Barcelona reaps the rewards of its decision with Lamine Yamal in just 24 hours. Barcelona's condition for letting its striker join Valencia. What did international newspapers say about Rashford's move to Barcelona? After Rashford, Barcelona targets a new signing. Guardiola comments on Rashford's transfer to Barcelona. And before we begin, don't forget to share your opinion in the comments. Do you think Rashford's move will be a success? And if you're a fan of FC Barcelona, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and follow our page. Barcelona reaps the rewards of its decision with Lamine Yamal in just 24 hours. FC Barcelona has begun to reap the rewards of its decision regarding the Spaniard Lamine Yamal, after granting him the number 10 jersey, a number that once belonged to the legend Lionel Messi, and which was later worn by Ansu Fati during a period of stagnation in recent seasons. The Catalan club has succeeded in selling around 70,000 shirts of Lamine Yamal for the new season with the number 10, making the young star a part of shirt sale history in just 24 hours after the official announcement of his receiving the legendary number in the squad. Lamine Yamal helps improve Barcelona's financial situation. The Spanish newspaper AS confirmed that Barcelona expects sales to continue increasing ahead of the new season, with the possibility of Joan Laporta's management generating profits of up to €10 million from Lamine Yamal's shirts alone. Barca is currently seeking to increase its revenues by any means possible, so that Laporta's administration can return to the one-in, one-out rule during this summer transfer window, a condition that will allow the registration of new signings, most notably Joan Garcia. The newspaper also reported that Yamal's number 10 shirt has become the best-selling jersey on its first day of release in Barca's history, a fact that reflects the level of stardom achieved by the player, who is only 18 years old. What did international newspapers say about Rashford's move to Barcelona? English striker Marcus Rashford topped international headlines in recent hours, following his arrival in the city of Barcelona in preparation for joining the Catalan team during the current summer transfer window. The newspaper Sport featured on its main cover, Marcus Rashford in Barcelona, noting that the player arrived last night accompanied by his brother and agent, after a final agreement was reached between Barcelona and Manchester United. Rashford is scheduled to undergo medical examinations this morning, before the official announcement of the deal. As for Marca, it headlined its front page with "Landing in Barcelona," indicating that Rashford already sees himself as a Barca player, a sign of how close he is to completing the move. Meanwhile, Mundo Deportivo published a prominent headline, "Rashford in Barcelona," confirming that the English star will be one of Barcelona's signings for the 2025 to 2026 season, and that he will be officially presented on Wednesday before traveling with the team on its pre-season tour next Thursday. Barcelona's condition for the departure of its striker to Valencia. Some press reports in recent hours have revealed that Barcelona striker Pau Victor is close to leaving the club during the current summer transfer window. The young forward Pau Victor is attracting increasing interest from several clubs ahead of the 2025 to 2026 season, amid serious moves from Valencia, which is seeking to finalize the deal in its favor, while Barcelona remains firm on its financial demands. Pau Victor did not feature regularly for Barcelona last season under the management of Hansi Flick, as he was a substitute for most of the season. Valencia's offer to sign Pau Victor. According to the Spanish newspaper Sport, over the past months, the player's agents, headed by Magico Diaz, received several inquiries from different clubs about the possibility of signing him. However, Barcelona has not yet shown a clear desire to let him go. Currently, the player continues training under Hansi Flick and is preparing to travel with the team on its summer tour to Asia. While negotiations are still ongoing, Valencia has moved seriously by directly contacting Barcelona's sporting director Deco and submitting an official loan offer to sign Pau Victor, including clauses allowing Barcelona to rebuy the player in the future in case he is not given enough chances in the first division. After Rashford, Barcelona targets a new signing. FC Barcelona wants to strengthen the first football team during the current summer transfer window, in preparation for the new 2025 to 2026 season. The Spanish club has already finalized the signing of English winger Marcus Rashford from Manchester United, with only the official announcement and contract signing remaining. The Spanish newspaper Sport revealed that German coach Hans Flick, head of Barca, wants to reinforce the fullback position before the current transfer window closes. Barcelona targets Dumfries or Grimaldo. Hans Flick believes that bringing in a fullback with high-level abilities is essential for building his team, and he sees that profile in Dutchman Denzel Dumfries, right back for Inter Milan, and Alejandro Grimaldo, left back for German side Bayer Leverkusen. The German prefers to sign a left back, and in that context, the Barca management had previously made moves to explore the possibility of signing Grimaldo, but things did not proceed further. The Spanish newspaper indicated that Dumfries on the right side remains an option for Flick, but his signing is linked to the departure of one of Barca's current players in order to free up financial space and allow his registration. When I saw Marcus Rashford taking his first steps inside El Prat Airport in Barcelona, I didn't just see a player wearing a new shirt. I saw symbolism. I saw a transfer that carries within it a whole story about how a player can go from the shadow of doubt to the light of potential, from a club drowned in noise to one beginning to find its own voice again. Rashford is a player I've known closely. I knew him as a young man rising from the academy to the first team at Manchester United, at a time when the club was going through a period of technical and administrative instability. He played under several managers with contradictory playing styles, under huge fan demands and merciless analysis. It wasn't easy for him. Yet despite that, he persisted. He developed. He fought. He fell and got back up. And today, he moves to Barcelona. And here, allow me to speak with realism. Rashford's transfer isn't an ordinary deal. In my view, it's one of the boldest and smartest moves Barcelona has made in recent years. We're not talking about a huge financial deal, but a loan with an option to buy. That alone is administrative intelligence, a calculated risk, but with massive potential rewards if it succeeds. Rashford has something that can't be taught in any academy. He has drive. He has fight. He has the desire to prove himself. And in Barcelona's environment, where you must think, move, attack, and defend all in the same moment, a player with this mindset will find himself. He'll rediscover himself. I know some people may look at this deal through stats. They'll ask, how many goals has he scored? How many assists? But that kind of evaluation doesn't suit Rashford. He's not a classic box striker. He's a winger who thinks like a playmaker, presses like a fullback, and explodes like a finisher. He's organized chaos, and in modern football, that kind of player has become essential. Imagine him on the left flank, running behind defenders while Lamine Yamal moves between the lines on the right. Imagine the shape of counterattacks. Imagine Barcelona when Flick opts for high pressing and asks Rashford to trigger the first pressing wave, as he did with Bayern. But what I like most, and I speak here as a coach before being an analyst, is Rashford's versatility. He can play as a winger, a second striker, or even a false nine. This rare flexibility will greatly help Flick in rotation, especially in a long and demanding season. And about adaptation, yes, Marcus will need time to integrate with the language, the culture, the rhythm of La Liga, but don't forget that Barcelona is now a balanced blend of local and international. There are young Spaniards and there are players from Germany, France, Brazil, a global identity capable of embracing any new player. Rashford will benefit greatly from being in a city like Barcelona. The environment here helps players to free themselves, to rediscover their love for football. In Manchester, he sometimes played as if he carried a weight on his shoulders. The pressure, the criticism, the media campaigns. But here, if Flick gives him trust, he will be reborn. I know well what the city of Barcelona means. I know its fans' patience, and I also know their sternness. This fan base doesn't just demand victory. It demands beauty, spirit, fluidity. And if Rashford manages to combine his English instinct with the rhythm of tiki-taka, he will become something entirely different.